Hello and welcome back to my farm. Now today's video is not going to be farm based, it's going to be looking at the town. Now before I can do what I want to do, I need to say thank you very much to Jody and everybody else who's picked up visitors from my platform, and I've sent you 1 reputation point. I have lots of people standing in front of my buildings. They need to be collected and sent on their way, and basically I need to get the prizes of them, as well as all those beautiful XP coins and reputation points. Now I'm currently at level 21, as you know. I recently upgraded and I'm now working my way towards level number 22. Okay, right, let's send the people that I've got in the town to the buildings, and any that are after 3 buildings, as usual, I'm sending them away. Now, I had a question recently, why do I do this? Now, the reason I do this is basically because of the resources. Now, I'm finding that 1 or 2 buildings is manageable, but when they start going to 3 buildings, it's using up way too many resources sometimes. Now, it's quite a challenge doing 2 buildings with some of the items that are required, as you'll see in this video. Like, oh my god, really, do I have to give that many of that item just to this person? And the experience, the coinage that you're getting in return is not that great within the town. Now, as such, I don't really mind the XP and I don't really mind the coins. I'm more interested in my reputation point within the town. I want to get that 21 increased, because all of my buildings are maxed out as far as I'm able to do at the moment, and I can't do any more until I get to the next level, and I'll show you that a little bit later. Right, just look at what they're asking for here. Look at all that lot. Oh my god, some of those things take ages to produce. See, the same things again and again and again. Oh my goodness, it's going to cost me a fortune. Okay, let's get rid of that. Now, every person's being serviced. Now, what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to do a before and after video. Now, one of my favorite TV shows in Japan is called Before and After. And basically what they do is they take a building that's in poor condition, and the owners pay lots of money, and they refurbish, they remodel, they redesign, and they give the people their dreams. Now, I love looking at different people's towns, and I love looking at the designs that they've actually got. And I'm going to be modifying my town. So, everything that's in the way needs to be moved out of the way. So, everything that I've paid for or got from within the game, such as ornaments, I need to put into storage. Now, you'll know where storage is because I covered that in my last video. So let's just work on clearing everything out the way. Now, some of the things that are in this video, or as you can see here on the beach, are natural decoration. Now, I don't really want to chop those down or blow those up, because I think they actually give it a little bit more of a nicer feel sometimes. And I actually wish I could go back sometimes and re-add these rocks, or re-add the trees or the water to my town. But that's impossible for me now. Now, my tip to you guys who are just starting out with the town: have a think about what you're seeing here in this video, and then think about what you would like to do very, very carefully. My recommendation is not to clear away too many trees or too many rocks or too many of the little ponds too quickly. Try to work your design around those. Give yourself that unique feel. Make it a little bit more interesting. A lot of people I've noticed, when they're doing their towns or when they're doing their farms, tend to clear everything away. And once we've actually cleared them away, especially those of us who have already done it, we cannot go back. But you guys that are starting out and coming up through the system, you do not have to do this, because you can learn from our mistakes. Now, I've done the beach, everything there's cleared out the way, and I'm going to be putting all the buildings on there a little bit later before I move them back. I've removed the decorations and ornaments and footpaths and everything else from the B&B area, and now I'm coming towards the centre of my town. And look at it, it's starting to look empty. It was certainly a shock for me. This video is about 20 odd minutes long, and it took me about that much time to actually clear everything away. It was a big surprise. I honestly did not realize I had so many. And I even found a jack-o'-lantern that was hidden behind something else. So, it just goes to show that every now and then a clean-up is very, very useful. How many of you guys have actually remodeled your towns again and again and again until you are happy? Now for myself, okay, I must admit my town's been in this layout for quite a while. And for me to do this is a bit of a change, but it's also an exciting thing for me, because every now and then you do need to redo things, especially when they start introducing new decoration to the game. Right, the B&B's done, so I can shift that down here. Let's start moving other bits from the center. So town hall out the way. Get the grocery store down there as well. There goes the cinema. Now, do I have enough space on the beach to put every building, I wonder? I'm not sure. There's 2 more buildings to go, so it could be a little bit tight. Right, let's now get rid of all this lot by the spa. Now you'll notice up there in the top corner, just towards the center of the screen at the moment, there's a little pool area. I've also got some rocks in this area and some trees that I didn't destroy. Now I'm going to be leaving those there again. I do not want to be removing those because it gives my farm and my town area a nice little feeling to it as well. Goodbye benches. Okay, that's one of the trees. Do I want to chop it down? Do I want to dig up the pond? No, I'm going to leave those exactly where they are. But that rock can move. Now actually I'm one of the new rocks missing from the game. Now in the last update we were given a few rocks that made the town a little bit more interesting if you added them. So I'm going to be purchasing the last one that I'm missing because I would like to use that in my new layout at some stage. But we will have to see how it comes out. Now, yes, can I get all the buildings on the beach? I think I can do that if I just squeeze them all over. Now, I was going to leave all of the buildings sitting here on the beach because there is just enough space, especially once I've cleaned everything out the way. But I found that if I have any visitors coming to my town, it's a little bit difficult to see where they're going, so I actually moved the buildings back, and I'll show you that later. Right, let's move some of those trees into storage. Well, my land's becoming bare. I remember when I first started expanding this town, all of these areas here were closed off and you needed expansion materials to open it up. And oh my goodness, did it take a long time. But you guys now must really be suffering, because trying to find maps or deeds within the game is a nightmare at the moment. Now those of us who came earlier in the game, it was much simpler. Okay, when the town first opened, the maps were a bit of a challenge, but ever since they adjusted the ratio of falling within the game, it's been much more difficult to actually get those maps and deeds. Now hopefully at some stage Supercell will adjust it back, because it is becoming a little bit ridiculous now. Even I don't get that many, and I used to get lots. Or at least it used to seem like I used to get lots. I wonder. I might have to go back and watch my videos just to see if I was struggling in the past. So one thing I'm happy about being a level 87 person, I don't have to worry too much anymore about expanding my land, because it's all done. However, it would be nice in the future if there was something for us higher level players that we could actually focus on. Now, I wasn't sure if there was anything else behind this train. So later on in the game, but I won't be showing in this video, I actually collected some visitors from one of my other towns just to make sure I picked up everything, and I had done. So those trees were the only things behind my personal train. Now, at some stage, I'm going to get to the part where there is nothing left on the land in my town at all. And this is where I'm going to leave it open to you guys. Now, what do you think I should do? Where do you think I should put the buildings? Now, I've seen a lot of beautiful towns where the town hall is the centerpiece, and you walk straight down the center of the town, and there it is towards the back. Now, should I do something very similar, or should I change it around? Now, the town hall is a critical part of the town, because you're using that to send the visitors to the different buildings. Without the town hall, you can't really do much. So you need to be able to tap on it very, very easily. But where should I put it? How should I lay it out? Now, up till now, I've had a lot of walls, but I don't want to have so many walls within my new design. If anything, I'm looking for a more natural or park approach to my town. So what do you think? Should I have all of the buildings close together and then give myself a much larger park or green area? Should I space the buildings out and put a park in the center? What's your opinion? How about giving me your views on this? Ah, there was that jack-o'-lantern that I had not noticed. So, looks like you do have to be careful. I'm also wondering as well, should I put lots of paths in? Okay, I know with the paths the visitors tend to follow them once you set decorations up. When there are no paths there, they just walk everywhere. But what do you think? Should I use the same brick path or stone path again, or should I change the design? Now, looking here, you'll see the little bushes. Now, I actually think these bushes look great. So, what's your feeling? Should I be using the same color again, or should I mix it with some of the other ones? Because there are different colors. Now, a little bit later in the video, I'm going to show you the shop within the till area, and then you can see everything that I've got in stock. This will give you a good idea on what you've got to play with. So have a think. Okay, give me your views, give me your opinions. If you want to, go to my Facebook page where I will actually put a post for this as well, I think, asking for you to give me your opinions. And I'm actually tempted within Supercell's site as well to make a separate post on this, asking for people to give me design ideas. So let's get on to this as a nice little project. So let's all redesign Red Knight's town and see what we can come up with. Maybe we can try some new techniques or new design layouts. Now, I've seen a lot of towns and farms that use buildings to create pyramids and other things like that. Now, please don't recommend this kind of thing, because I actually don't really like that personally. I'm looking for the more natural approach when I come to doing my farm and my town. So keep that as a consideration. How much have I got left to do? I think I'm in the last part now. Let's have a little bit of a check. Yes, okay. Well, look at all that green space. That I'm going to keep. I'm not going to get rid of any of that. I like it too much. Okay, so just this part here by the station to be removed. Now, I wonder. Now, in some ways, we're restricted by the way the passengers actually come into the town. So how about if I guided the passengers behind the station? So as soon as they walk in from that platform, basically the path then leads them forward and behind, which then takes them into the town. So they have to approach my town from the right-hand side. That's an interesting thought. Or maybe I should have the visitors moving their way around to the left and then coming in from the left-hand side. What do you think? which has the greater appeal to it? Or should I just keep it very, very simple, have all of the passengers walking down the centre of the town towards the town hall, and then allowing them to either branch off to the left or to the right so they can actually access any of the other buildings? I'm looking forward to doing this. It's going to be good fun. Okay, the last few pieces to be done. And here we go. That's the last one done. Let's just double check. Zooming out. Okay, now the only thing I've got left on my farm are the trees and the pond that I don't wish to chop down. Now, as I said earlier, okay, I've left all my buildings on the beach. But I was thinking about this. Now, should I leave them there or should I move them back? Now, if I actually left them there, it looks a little bit crowded and it's not so nice looking. When the visitors are actually coming into my town, they're just kind of crowding around this beach area. It's a little bit tricky, I would think, to see which buildings are done. Okay, I can access the buildings much faster, I suppose, and I can just tap on those buildings and then service the visitors very, very quickly. But it does look ugly. So I've decided to actually move the buildings back within the green area. Now, I was thinking, should I relay the buildings out and then just see how they look? But I went against that opinion, and I've just stuck them all to the left-hand side, as you'll notice in a few minutes once I've actually started putting them back into the game. Now, looking at the actual background, you'll notice that the clouds are actually moving. It's really cool the way the graphics are done within this game. I must admit I hadn't noticed this too much when the buildings and the decorations were actually set up. But here when you're looking at it, you can see the shadow as they move slowly across. And I think that's quite awesome. Okay, here I go. I'm sticking the buildings back. Last two to do. There goes the town hall. Let's shift them about a little bit just to give me a little bit more space between the buildings for when the visitors arrive. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave them in that area. Now, you know that I'm level 21, and I'm just going to show you what I've maxed up to so far with the buildings. Now, my main focus with the buildings is to reduce the service time. I want to upgrade all of these buildings to 40%. At the moment, they're all up to 35, as you can see from viewing them at the moment. Once I've done that 35%, I'm going to work on the XP and the reputation points. I'm still not really interested in the coins. Maybe later I might think about that once I've actually boosted my buildings up to the max on those other two. Right, this is your workspace, everybody. Please do give me your ideas. Let me know how you would like to see it laid out. Now, you want to see what I've got to work with. Okay, well, I'm going to scroll down through the shops. I've got trees, I've got gifts, I've got toy soldiers, candy poles, holiday flowers, Mr. Snow, big frozen pond, the ladybug decor, butterfly decor, caterpillar decor, Mrs. Gnome, Mr. Gnome, heart, topiary, crane, etc., etc., etc. Now, I've got no problems with actually buying the missing items if you think I should put them in. Now, some of these are stored, as you notice there, but some of them are not. So I need to spend money or diamonds on getting the missing items. Now, in a minute, I'm going to buy one item that I do want, but the choice is going to be yours. What do you think? Should I be spending more coins on some of these extra items? Should I get that barrow of flowers maybe for the diamonds? Should I buy some of these with the vouchers? Let me know your viewpoints. Now, do remember that I've only got 3 million yen in coins, so I don't really want to be buying the expensive statues. The statues are not really my cup of tea, so please do not recommend them. Same with the golden buildings or the golden walls. They're nice, but I don't really want that within my town. please give me a more natural approach. I'm looking for something that's very colourful, something that's very picturesque, and if I have visitors coming to my town, they would say, hey, yeah, I like this place is so cool. If you're looking for some good ideas, remember that I am British and I do love nature. Okay, this is the rock exhibit. This is the only one I haven't got at the moment, and I'm going to buy it. And here we go, 25 XP for that. And I need to put that back into stock. And doesn't it look beautiful? Oh, yes. Now, if possible, please use that within the design. I purchased it, and I'd like to be using that as well. Okay, my video is coming to the end now. You know my wishes, you know what I would like within this town. So this is the before, give me the after. Thank you very much, looking forward to seeing your views and opinions, and have a happy day. Bye bye.